Hey, how are you? So, I thought I would sit down and do a reading for the brokenhearted. This might have happened recently, like a year ago, or whatever, just for whoever has had their heart absolutely stomped on. I got two songs that came through when I was picking out decks and shuffling and everything. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decks. Well, technically 12 total. And I usually pull all the oracle stuff off camera because I tend to get long-winded. And I like to get my thoughts together. But I'm going to do this a little different, and it takes as long as it takes. If I lose you along the way, that's okay. So, I've pulled one card so far. Like, I have the 2 soul card decks, and I've put them together, and it's a monster. No words, no books, just pictures. Straight intuitive. And I got a card I've never seen before. So to me, this is like you wanting to stand up and protect your inner child, which is very much blossoming right now. It's like your inner child has had a breakthrough, which I absolutely love. Back up, 2 songs I got. Sorry. 2 songs I got while I was doing all this. The God in Me by Mary Mary, which is freaking awesome. She's saying, you know, you think I'm so fresh, you think I'm so sweet, all this. She says, when I get home, I drop down on my knees, it's the God in me. So this is like this total surrender to spirit, right? There's strength and surrender to spirit. And then the second song I got was Where Did Our Love Go by the Supremes. So it's like this push and pull, like strength through surrender 1 minute, and then that strong surrender turns into, like, wilts into this, like, desperation of heartbreak. So I want to see what kind of archetypal energy we're working with here. This is a thick deck, so I'll shuffle all the way through this once. So I do half at once and then the other half, so it looks like twice. And whatever we get out is whatever we get out. It might be 1. It might be 2. Hopefully it's not any more than 2. And it could be you or a person you're dealing with. Whatever. Energy's fluid, right? Time is fluid. This is for the brokenhearted. I got the Vampire. I would like to think that if you're sitting here watching this, you're probably not the vampire. I always think of, like, emotional vampirism, right? Like that emotional leech, the drain, narcissistic, right? It says it makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Shadow attributes, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. So, dealing with a vampire here on some level. And then I've got the Love and Tragedy Oracle. I found this on Etsy, and I'm not sure what shop it came from, but it is freaking awesome. So let's see what we can get to go with Vampire here. And of course, it's got absolutely no words on it whatsoever. Were you blinded by somebody's beauty? And, like, your perception of them was, oh my God, they're perfect. When in all actuality, what you were really dealing with was vampire. So the messages of love oracle cards. This is from All Things Intuitive on Etsy. Retreat. time alone or in nature will help you recharge. You know, it's that whole thing, that whole age-old adage of you can't see the forest through the trees, right? Like, it's like impressionism from an artistic standpoint, like Claude Monet, right? To get that close to a picture that's done in an impressionist style, it looks like a big damn mess. But when you step back, Aquarian vibes here, right? We've got the full moon in Aquarius coming up on the 3rd, I think it is. You have to step back and distance yourself from a situation to see all the way out. Like, I remember when DVDs first came out, you could put it on widescreen or normal, whatever that was. And, oh, I didn't like seeing the black strips on the top and bottom, so I always zoomed in. What I realized later on, like in college, you miss a lot of the picture when you're too close to it. So if this is a situation that's already like finite for you, like there's a degree of you that feels like you should not still feel this way, there's still work to be done there, and that's why you feel that way, and that's okay. The first step through working through it is to acknowledge and accept that, and then snuff it out. Okay? Don't fight it. Don't be mad at yourself for still being hurt over something. You're still hurt over it because you're not done messing with it, right? So let's get the whole picture here. Retreat, pull back, way back, go back, fall back, more back. And see all of it. See the things you haven't seen before. You know, I minored in cinema studies with my first bachelor's degree. It actually ended up being like an accident. I just took so many film courses that ended up with one. And the thing I've noticed when you study film and you watch the same ones over and over, you pick up on things that you didn't see the first time around or the second time going over it subsequently on down, right? You always get something different out of it that you didn't realize was there before. Are you doing that with the situation? Are you playing this over and over in your mind? So I'm going to look at the Twin Flame Shadows by Mystic Moon. See what you or this other person is dealing with. Kind of like part of the issue, escapist. So you're dealing with somebody, or let's just say you're dealing with somebody who is an escapist. They don't stand and fight or flight, right? This person flights every time. Like when the tough get going, they just get gone. And maybe you do that. Maybe this is you. There's no judgments here. And here with retreat, I don't know. You didn't see this person for what they really are. Or maybe you're running from the whole issue at hand here. This is a Mystic Moon's Midnight Oracle. Let's see what else we can get to go along with escapist. You got somebody who runs. Giant beast, domination, helpless, and victim. Did you scare the shit out of somebody? And they ran from you. If God's in you, then you're probably a pretty formidable opponent. You're the type of humble human that is thankful for what you have, and you don't take any of that shit for granted. You don't feel like you're owed anything. That also kind of has like this connotation of being very observant, and that can make people who have ulterior motives uneasy, right? This is the Gaia Oracle by Tony Salerno Karma. This is one of the first Oracle decks I ever had. absolutely love his decks. This is Night Wind. Number 23 breaks down to a 5. 5s are about conflict, challenge, right? Facing fear, subconscious release, and healing. So I know there's a horrific glare on that. Sorry. Definitely making the motion and effort to heal through this, right? And it's like you get to a certain point and you're like, what the hell do I do? How do I do this? Have you been running from the real root of this issue, like not wanting to really look at it by just saying, well, I got cheated on, that's on them? Well, why are you attracting cheaters when you're sitting here like this? Why are you attracting vampires? Because you are the common denominator in every relationship you've ever had. You. So don't go asking these other people questions. Ask yourself. This isn't a real compassionate read, is it? This is the Magdalene Oracle by Tony Salerno-Carmine. This was the very first Oracle deck I ever had. The first one I ever tried to learn card by card. And I have not used it in quite a while. Ascension. I see you doing the work. Transformation on the bottom. I see you. There's not a number on these cards. But Ascension is absolutely beautiful. So even if you feel like you're damn stuck, I very much see somebody who's healing the root of the situation. We're all born into this world with a karmic wound. You can find that in your Chiron. And we're here to heal that wound through the North Node, South Node, juxtaposition, I don't know, whatever you call that, but you're supposed to travel towards your North Node to heal that Chiron. And that's what we do here. It's not something you can check off the list. I see somebody who's healing an inner child. And that is where our wounds come from, right? They're usually handed down to us by our parents, guardians, whatever else have you. Something early in life that you cling to and you maladapt to, that you repeat patterns with, that at the heart of the issue until you heal it. I see you ascending through this. Looking that big freaking gorilla in the face and saying, you know what? I'm not afraid of you. I'm not helpless. I'm not a victim. I realize that I have a pattern for attracting these kind of people, and this is how it happens. Willful blindness, right? I see him as perfect, beautiful. I don't really want to see what's there. I want to see what I see. They smell so good, right? But what you really got to do here is pull back. Retreat. You don't regard people based off of what you can see in them. You regard them based off of what they give you in the 3D. You might be able to look into someone's soul and just know that they are an awesome freaking person just buried under layers of bullshit. But if they choose to cling to that, right? That's on them. That's their choice, and there's nothing you can do about that. So, I want to do something kind of nosy, and I want to see where this person is right now. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to go about doing that. I'm going to use this Midnight Oracle and see where is this person at right now. This vampire. Black cat, good luck, familiar, superstition. This is like a cowardly individual you dealing with, isn't it? The escapist who's like spooks easily, I want to say. Wicked witch, conquest, defeat, and triumph. What's holding this person up? What's this person doing right now? Moon, blackout. This person, I think, lives in fear-based energy. Like, this is not the kind of person who follows their heart. They're out to win, and they don't take risks. This is the kind of individual who only goes for a sure thing, right? Like, this person doesn't do the unknown. If they have intuition, they've got it so freaking repressed, like they literally run from it, that they would probably do just exactly the opposite. So let's see what this person's situation is right now. Got the dice, the scythe, and the polar bear so far. The compass. I've got the ship and the compass with the house. The lovers. The tulips. And the tower. Pathway underneath is their overall energy. Let me see. What is this dice about? I'm just going to pull one for each of these. So, 9 card spread with the Lenormand deck. The central card here, which is like the core of the issue, which in our case is this person, is a compass. Clarified by the Swans, which is about soulmates. This person is being led toward their soulmate by spirit. And the context around this situation it is going to involve a very heavy risk on their part. And what I see, given the cards clarifying, and there's a bunch of shit here, okay? You could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Libra. Judgment is Cancer, Scorpio, and Sag for me as a reader. But I think the context of the situation that Spirit is putting this person in is they're going to have to choose finitely, okay, to come in towards what is meant for them. And it's like a big damn deal. And it's like this tower, right? This cathedral, this is very much more like the Hierophant than the tower and the tarot. This could be you, it could not be, but it's like the energy that they're going towards is somebody who's very, very fucking motivated. Like, this world does not sit still. It is constantly moving, taking care of its future needs, right? And then you got the wolf. The wolf is just a beautiful energy, very independent. I mean, like, you come into contact with one and they're so much bigger than you'd realize ever. And they're just like all inspiring, right? Very independent, very powerful creature, very wise creature, very resourceful. And the cards that I get around this risk, unconditional love with death, which is transformation in this deck, and then the grasshopper, a leap of faith, is full energy required where you bounced out. Now you're going to have to bounce back in. It's funny I said that. So it's like what's going on in this person's mind, what they're really wanting to do is, instead of just, it's like there's this dichotomy. Do I come rushing in or do I ease in? Like a box, right? Just kind of like in the back door so nobody knows I'm here, because this is a big deal. It's like the polar bear here with the 10 of Wands, like that's all their ego laid out on the table if they make this move. And with the Justice card here, that tells me that that's like about making something right to me. They have to put all their ego out on the table. And for this kind of a person who's superstitious and all about the conquest, like, this is not something they do. What's being seen on the surface is this person is, I feel like this person feels like they have been through quite the fucking ordeal with you. And I feel like they're now realizing and being guided back towards you because you feel like home. I really feel like this would be you. I don't know why someone else would come up here. I just don't. I don't get that here. This whole face and fear thing, you might have scared the shit out of this person, like I said before, right? What's really going on under the surface is this person is going to have to choose to get onto a spiritual path, and they're going to have to do it by way of you, right? The tulips is about, it's an offering. I think you're at the crux of this, because what is clarifying all of this is Yarn, which is about complication, Milky Way, which is not just about networking and social media. Like, yeah, they might be watching you. Please wait. I think they're in, like, your soul tribe. Like, then you get the Star, the Firefly, and then the Empress. I think you made this person face their fear, and after you left, they took the time to see it. I see this person with the pathway and the tracks the woman underneath that. I understand. Go back to bed. Go get in bed now. Thank you. This is what's going on under the surface. Is this person is going to have to make a total change. Go to bed now. I don't care. Go to bed now. Have to make a finite change for sure, and they will do that if they come back. They will be different. They'll have to be, and I think they realize that if they're going to put their entire reputation and pride or whatever it is out on the line there, then they're going to have to be right, because you're not going to have less and likely blow them out of the fucking water for coming back anyway. Any other way is what I mean. So what's showing up as happening here in the past with this person is they took a risk maybe on you. They ended a reckless streak on them, on their part, and set them onto a path of seeking unconditional love. Right? But it didn't last. It all got torn down, it got destroyed, and it sent them down this pathway, right? To them needing to make a decision to be different, to grow. That is why we're here. So in the present moment, what's coming up is they're being led to make a quick decision to come forward with this tulip bouquet. Okay? Some sort of communication towards reconciliation or just a clearing of the air. And what is to come is, that looks like a big decision. Like you've got the house and the tower here. This is like big forever. And the thing that you gotta know here, this is this person, and the fairness in life is free will. This person can go all the way through all this energy and never do a damn thing with any of it. That's their choice. But the influence here is they are going to have to take a risk toward unconditional love and a spiritual path. And they're going to have to choose to set down their pride and make things right with you if they're going to want to come back. And that's if you want them back. You might not want this person back, and that's fine. You might just be sitting here looking for some kind of solace. Hear me call them a dirtbag or something like that. I ain't going to call them a dirtbag. I would call them scared. I would say that this person's weakness is a lack of courage and too much pride. And what I see here is you having worked through to some real inner child issues here that are making you even that much stronger. So when you want to come through as a wolf, okay? So when this person or somebody like them comes sniffling around or whatever, don't do this. See them just exactly for what they are. If you get escapist vampire vibes off this person, they want to take from you and then they damn disappear. You're not dealing with that because you've ascended, right? Well, I don't have time for this. This is little kid shit. I am not impressed. I am not interested. I am not. So I'm going to get some cards for you real quick, and then I will close this out. What's coming for you? Unexpected income with a 9. That's beautiful. The Lovers with a 6. Bad health. With the Stairs. A lot of indecision here. And then the Anchor. So a very serious, very grave feeling of, am I going to get stuck? Something is coming in unexpectedly that you're going to have to make a serious choice about whether or not this is good for you. So let's see if we can get some clarification around this. That's a lot of shit. Justice, the 6 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Sun, with the Hanged Man in the reverse. So what I want to tell you whatever decision you are going to have to make here, do not doubt yourself. You are going to know exactly what to do, and what's coming towards you, this card says right here, is a destined opportunity. This is and if you deem that this is going to be bad for your damn health, send it packing. You don't have to say yes to anything. Just because somebody offers you something don't mean you got to say yes. You know what's good for you. You know what feels good, what feels right, what doesn't, right? What's not becoming of you. You are the only one fit to make that decision. And you can do that perfectly now because you've ascended to a brand new perspective. Because you sat still, acknowledged you were in pain, and that you wanted to do something about it. Okay? I want to get an archetypal energy for you. I think you realize that there is a lot to you that draws half-broken people in toward you, people that want to come in and take, because there's so much good to you, right? Are you going to be worried that this, yeah, there's trickster. This is all this indecision here, and then child nature. You're looking for a king, and I think what you're worried about is that you're going to be dealing with immature people who are full of shit that just want to take from you. So if you snuff out that that's what's coming in, send it down the damn road, and you don't have to do it in an ugly way. You can be both soft and strong. You just say, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm busy. Well, I didn't even ask when. I'm always busy. No, thank you. Say it just like that. Let's see if we can get an idea for what this unexpected income is. Like, I always hear incoming with this card. Like, yeah, money might be coming to you. That's cool. But I don't ever see that really as money. I see it as an opportunity coming in. I think it's this person. We've got a stalemate here with the chessboard. Don't play games with this person. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. They're going to break silence. Delay tactics. I think this person's going to come back. Somebody you've been in a stalemate with, they're going to reach out. And I think there needs to be a degree of you that does not budge. You want what you want, and you'll have not a damn thing left. 33:33 on the clock as I said that. You need to know that spirit is on your side here, that you are being gifted with perfect clarity. You have a new perspective. You have ascended. You are no longer this person. And you can always say, I need to think about that. Let me get back to you. Something just came up. Let me call you back. Which, who calls people this day and age, right? It's usually a text. Leave them on read. Or straight up damn ask questions. You know, whatever. If they gonna take off running again because you want to know, like, hey, we had some sordid history here the last time I talked to you. Why are you trying to take me out? What do you want? I'm just saying, don't lure them out with this whole idea of, yeah, I'm gonna be lighthearted and fun and all this kind of shit, and then trap them into some kind of damn deep, dark conversation about what happened between the two of you. They really will run if you do that. I'm just saying. And damn sure don't go looking for this person. That's your move right there. Retreat. If they want to come find you, they probably know where you live. I'm just saying, ain't nobody that hard to get a hold of this day and age. So, you've worked on your inner child one way or another, and when this person or whatever kind of situation comes in, you will know if they're a trickster, a thief, or a vampire. And you ain't got no damn time for that. Choose door number 2, okay? Yeah. God bless.